guys, Christina Ricci. If you want more pars, let's make sure you're staying in posture, yet getting your hands up as high as possible. I know a lot of players want to get their hands up really high, so they have more time to create speed on the downswing, so I get that. But the key is you have to stay in your posture while you get your hands up. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple exercises to help you open up your shoulders and your lats. All right, we're going to do a TPI assessment as well to make sure that you can physically do it. A lot of players that are tight in the shoulder area or lats will have a hard time getting their hands up high while staying in posture. That's the key. So posture trumps high hands. So let's get to those assessments and mobility exercises first, then come back here. All right, so let's go ahead and assess your shoulder and lat mobility. This is a TPI assessment, Titleist Performance Institute. They are the leaders in golf research, specifically with the body-mind connection. So go ahead and find a wall and get your back flat against the wall. You don't want to arch it at all as you raise your arms. So get your back flat and then slowly raise your arms. If you can only go to here or here, you have limitations. If you can go to the wall, to your ear, or to the wall, you have good shoulder and lat mobility. Right? And then as an exercise to open yourself up, do the assessment but add a little bit of rhythm. So increase the speed. For the assessment, you want to do it really slow, because if you use momentum, that makes it easier. And then if you want to get your legs involved, go ahead and slide down like I just did, and that'll get your legs activated as well. Alright, so this is just a great way to open up your shoulders and your lats. As you do this, you want to keep your arms close to your ears. You want to keep your arms straight. You don't want to bend them like that, because that makes it a lot easier. Alright, so you really won't get anything out of that. You really got to keep them straight and mix it up with the tempo. All right, so now that you're all warmed up and you're opened up and you can get your hands up high, let's work on getting your hands up high while staying in posture. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get into our awesome hip hinge, bang. All right, now you're going to rotate your chest. Now you're going to elevate your arms. Now if you find yourself rising up, you've gone beyond your end range. All right, if you're turning your chest, that's number one. Make sure you turn your chest, and then the club will vertically hinge, and you complete your rotation, and you're going to get your hands up high. But notice how I'm down. What I haven't done is that. I see a lot of players just kind of moving their entire mass and trying to get way behind the ball, especially with the driver. Right? You got to stay in your posture and then get your hands up high like that. Now if your hands can only go here, no problem. So if this is noon, this is 10, you'll get a lot of distance with a more efficient backswing than trying to get way up here coming out of your posture. Right? If you watch the best players in the world, they're in their 20s. They're young. All right, so they have a lot of mobility and they can get their hands up high while staying in posture. Now it is a little bit of an illusion of how high they get their hands up because they're in the posture. All right, if I stand tall and I just turn, it may not look like my hands are super high. But if I get in my posture, it really looks like my hands are higher. All right, so that's where the magic is. It's making sure that you stay in your forward bend as you rotate and elevate the arms. All right, where I see players go off in a passionate effort to stay connected, because they were told to stay connected with their upper arms to their chest, which is great, but they stay too connected, and they get this kind of action, the backswing. All right, you got to allow space between the trail arm and your torso to get the hands up high. All right, if you're super connected and you're trying to get your hands up high, it's going to be impossible. All right, you're just going to get flat and laid off. So you got to allow space. So as you rotate your chest, yes, you want that connection. As right out of the gate, you want that connection, but then you got to elevate the arms, and you'll have a space here. All right, you can see the trail arm is at the top, less than 90 degrees, where players go off big time as they do this, because they're trying to get the length. All right, so they end up with this kind of action in the backswing. All right, no good there. You're just gonna get stuck behind, and then you're gonna have to cast it, come over the top to try to get it back into position. All right, so those are some keys to help you stay in posture while getting your hands up higher. All right, it's really about arm elevation while staying in posture. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer future tips.